aren't you a distinguished gentleman? Welcome back to my flippin' van life. We are going from Maine to California and Antiquing on the way. We are still in Ohio, and we went to one of my favorite places here. It's the Grand Antique Mall. The last time I was here was with George and Jocelyn, and all three of us found some fantastic stuff. So I'm excited to be back. Right off the bat, look at this Lundberg perfume bottle. It is absolutely stunning. It was $265 and absolutely beautiful. I loved seeing it. I don't come across the perfume bottles very often. Over here we had some Halloween. Look at that cat. So stinking cute. I love these little goobers, and the noisemakers were great. And then over here, in this case, some beautiful Latticino Murano finger bowls. And check out these Abraham Palatnik cats. They're beautiful lucite. Love finding them. This Wittenbeer had heart eyes. This next case has some beautiful pottery, including some Belgian pieces, Royal Hager, Czechoslovakian. Real good stuff in here. I love this fish. I love the lines of the fish. It looked very MCM. He was $39. I didn't know there was enough wiggle room. Down here, I found a bird. It had some Bullacante. I thought it might be Murano, but I started to second guess myself, and I said, I'm not so sure about that. So I did put them back. And then over here was some fantastic jewelry. Look at those earrings. There was some Viking orb ashtrays there. Some Fiesta ware there. Look at that dice. Look at that owl. Oh, that owl was adorable. He's holding his salt and pepper shakers. And of course, there's some paperweights there. I'm trying to see who signed the green one. It was Rowby. I did buy it. This owl they had marked as a K. Finch, but it looks more like a Freeman McFarlane to me. Either way, it didn't have any markings on the bottom, so I wasn't sure. It had a tiny, tiny chip there on the head. I did think it was adorable, but with that chip right there, I couldn't forgive it. And then down here, I found this fantastic handled bowl, and I love the heavy gold gilding on it. I love the pedestal. There was no maker on it, and I think they wanted $29 for it. Beautiful, beautiful piece of dishware, so I just wanted to share that. And over here, I found this fantastic splatter glass vase. It was not marked. It looks like a Benzuna's, but he usually always signs, I thought, so I wasn't sure. The vendor didn't have a name on the tag, so I don't know. It's a beautiful piece, but without a signature, I just kind of left it. Look at these horses. They were fantastic salt and pepper shakers. They were so detailed, and then it freaked me out because the salt and pepper comes out of the eyeballs. Yes, you heard that right. That's where it comes out, the eyeballs. So I'm like, ooh, that's a little too creepy. And then these I thought would be great for Christmas. They were vintage. Not sure who made them, but they had dates on the bottom. And down here, some more beautiful Murano. Look at that vase. It's stunning. And then they had some tin types in there. And this really Art Nouveau lady on the side of that iridescent bowl there. I think it was like $250. It was fantastic. It was gorgeous. And speaking of gorgeous, look at this Seguso Murano applied handle vase. The handles were pink vines. It was $495. It was breathtaking. I've never seen anything like that. But then mixed in was some kitsch. There was some Holt Howard Cozy Kitties little mismatch set, and they even have the birds right below that, the yellow birds, which I totally missed until right there. And then I found these two Ellie Smith 3-toe swung glass vases. They are the smooth ones as opposed to the hobnail ones. There was a green, there was a blue. They were right around 12 inches each, and they had $75 on them. I thought that was a fair price, and that was a Blanco crackle glass vase. So I thought I'd put the swung glass vases in a mystery box sale that I have planned. And then look at this beautiful yellow vase. It didn't seem to have a Ponto mark, no maker on it, and I just had to test it to see if it glowed. And of course, you know, you always have to bring your keychain with you. I'm digging in my pocket. There it is. No glow. Sorry to disappoint you. I thought for sure that it looks like a jonquil yellow from Blanco. I didn't think it was Blanco, but you never know. Look at this Ogeti chubby bird in there. It is stunning in that peach color. Beautiful. And then down here, I was looking through the jewelry to see if there's anything I needed. And then there were Smurfs. Wide variety in this particular case. But the jewelry was stunning. Look at that butterfly down there. That necklace in the back, that green one, was also beautiful. And I found this little bowl and it had a bird on it, and that caught my attention. I'm like, wow, that's really sweet. I thought it was well done. I flipped it over and it was made by Blue Sky, and that made perfect sense. Of course it was. Very nicely done. And then this was a very large, heavy metal paperweight, but also a magnifying glass. And I was tempted because y'all know I can't see. Look at this stunning vase. They had it marked at $98. I could not for the life of me read any signature. They said it was signed. I couldn't find it, but I loved the red iridescence with that like gray splatter coming down. But even at $98, I thought it was too high for resale, even if it was an artist I knew, unless it was a super high-end artist. So I did pass on it. And then in here, look at that basket. It's a beautiful maybe acrylic. There's a snail, some Fenton, and then up here was probably the best Murano duck I have ever seen. It is this like magenta submerso down to clear, and it was just beautiful. But it was heavy. Very heavy. I had to put it down. I didn't want to drop it. Okay, over here I found this regret. This is my regret of the day. This is a Sasha Brastoff mid-century modern. Obviously it's a vase. It's got some beautiful houses on it. I believe it was marked at $45. It was signed on the bottom, but I'm doing the tap test because something felt off about it, and I was getting that thud like there was a crack in there, and I couldn't find a crack, but I just got nervous. So I'm like, I'm not gonna. Don't forget to look at that Blanco floor vase up there. I think it was like $600. It was stunning. And that's actually where I found my very first nubby butt, right next to it. This monkey fools me every single time I come here. I always want to say it's an Artisania Rinconada with a scotch bottle, whiskey bottle, but it's not. There's no marking on it. Super cute though. And then I really like this covered dish, and this vase had this really neat texture to it and an applied flower on the other side. And I wanted to go in this booth because I've found other stuff in the past here, but when I got inside it was like a lot of brass this time, which I didn't expect. I don't think it was there last time. All right, in here was a beautiful Spanish lace blue Epern, and look at those funky glasses. What an eclectic blend. I was trying to check out this vase because it had a layered effect, and I know there's a couple of glass artists that do that, but it was marked and it was a name I don't remember and I don't know anything about it, so I did leave it. Just checking out to see if there's anything else, because this dealer was also on sale, 20% off, unless marked firm. I was checking out that lamp. Look at this jewelry in this case. It was beautiful. It's probably my favorite jewelry vendor in the entire antique mall. The only hesitation I have is that they're at full retail, and rightfully so, because they have great stuff. I'm not saying that's a negative thing, but for me, I can't touch it for resale, but still fun to go through and learn. There was no sale in this booth, but I did end up getting a couple things out of the case, so I will show you that in just a second. Here's the Murano bowl. There's got Bullacante and some heavy gold oro sitting in the bottom of that. Real pretty piece. And then they said this one was a Murano also, and it's cased. And these ones always throw me off. I don't feel safe saying those 100% Murano. This cracked me up. Look at the birthmark, the lips. It's a teapot. It's Fitz and Floyd. I did not expect that. I was like, this is adorable. In the next case was a beautiful martini glass, and the stem was a lady, and I thought that was super, super cool. Not sure who made that. Some perfume bottles. There was a nice Murano one there with the stripes. And then down here, they had a little bit of kitsch, an owl on a branch. Those kissing fish salt and pepper shakers, I've had them before. I loved them. And then there was another paperweight here with a hanging heart design. And the prices in here, though, just a little too high for resale, but I still love going through it and seeing all the fun stuff that they have. Some Roseville candlestick holders. And then in here, there was a Home Guard decanter, and there was another one right below it, more Roseville, and it had its original sticker. Oh, look at that micro mosaic. And it was $28 though, and not too exciting, even though it was on sale. There it is. There's the Home Guard, and it had the original sticker right there, which I don't see very often, so I wanted to share that with you guys. The glare in here is really bad. It's hard to see into the case. All right, I'm still looking in here because they have some fantastic jewelry I wanted to check out. That Murano paperweight with the fish was fantastic, but it was $110. Here's a Terry Kreider vase, little minor Jack in the Pulpit going up there. Nice threading, blue iridescence. It was $175. And over here was some piggies, and down here there was a little bit of Fenton, violets in the snow. And look at that basket. Look at the splatter glass on it. And then they had some of the Dugan. Jocelyn just sewed some of that in her Thursday show, her gallery show on every third Thursday. And I'm like, wow, that's fun to see in person, because she literally just sold it, and now I found it. But they were like $89 each. And then in here, it was another one of those Rookwood Crow plates. I love this. This is the second time I've seen it. I might have to get one. I don't need it, but I want to get one and find it at a really good price. They're worth a lot of money. And then down here, these Yadro mermaids were stunning. They were $200 each, which is probably right at full retail, but I loved seeing them. They were adorable. More Rookwood down here. The pottery in this case is amazing, and these vendors tend to have more than one case, so you'll see like the same kind of aesthetic throughout the antique mall, in my opinion. There's a little spaghetti poodle there that was super cute, little Scotty dog, and it was purple. That was weird. Purple Scotty dog. And then over here, a little dachshund maybe. I'm not sure what kind of dog that was. And there's a cat behind it. All right, over here there was the Royal Copley dog, I believe. And then this is something I've never seen before. This is the Tiffin Madeira pattern, and I've seen it in the glasses like a ton, but I've never seen it in a covered dish before. So I thought that was pretty neat. There's some of the cups there. Here is a Dynasty Gallery jellyfish paperweight. It was heavy, it was large. I think it was like $89, and it was marked firm, so it wasn't part of this sale that they had going on at 20% off, so I had to leave it. I didn't even test it for a glow because I knew it wasn't going to take it with me. I have at least one that I can think of off the top of my head for the paperweight sale, so I'm like, yeah, I don't need it. And oh, it was half off. Oh, but it was marked firm, so that didn't include it. Look at those Jack in the Pulpit candlestick holders up there. I've had those before, and I can never figure out who made them. If you guys know, let me know. And then here is the case again with all the pottery. I wanted to get a better look at it. I went back and forth to a couple different cases. The dogs were with me. We were having a good time. So I just wanted to take my time and go back to a couple of different cases to make sure there was nothing I was missing, because this case had really good prices plus 20% off. So I just wanted to go through it one more time. Look at that fish. It was amazing. There's stunning, stunning, stunning Hager in here. And then down here, I loved that red and black dish. It was beautiful. Now this vase was a splatter glass, but looked to be modern judging by the base of it. And this I thought was going to be glass. It surprised me when it was really super light because it was lucite. But I was trying to get to the bowl underneath, which is obviously a nice Murano ashtray. It's gorgeous with that silver flecking. The Bulicante bubbles in there were really nice and uniform. And then this jug was real pretty. It had birds on it, but no maker's mark, so I'm not sure who made that. And then over here, this was a nice iridescent applied vine. I can't say it's acrylic. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, so here is the case of my favorite jewelry vendor. And inside there was some Bakelite that I wanted to check out. And there was a couple that I ended up buying off of there, including that one of the with the thick red and yellow swirls in there. I bought that one, the black carved one. And then down here there was a little bit more Bakelite that I wanted to look at. And I got one other Bakelite out of here. It was a beaded bracelet. So a couple of pieces. And unfortunately, no sale. But I thought her Bakelite was very reasonably priced. So I got a few. Now this vase was like $300 and something. And they just said signed. They didn't say who it was signed by. And of course, here I am trying to look under it to find a signature. I couldn't find one. And I wasn't going to bother them for a key. I mean, I wasn't going to buy it, so I would love to learn who made it, but I'm not going to bother them. And just looking through here, they had some nice ephemera, some old glasses. They had a lot of pins in this particular booth. I'm still trying to figure out who made that vase. I'm like, it's not going to happen, Sandy. Just move on. Move on. All right, down here, I wanted to check it out. I thought that was some pottery back there, but it wasn't. It was just a little statue. And then here is another one of the booths with the Hager in it. Look at the peacock back there. Stunning. Oh, it was 25% off. I thought it was 20% off. And then down here, there was like the bag Hager pottery vases. And the fish was fantastic. And there's another little tiny fish in the front there. That blue one was super cute. And then down here, they had a double handle vase and a couple more of the drip glazes in the back corner there. I think those are candlestick holders. More fish. Hager loves their fish. And then down here was some MCM ashtrays. I love the color and the design on that one. This vendor had just a wide eclectic blend of stuff, but this one has caught my eye, and I'm like, what is this? It looks like a pumpkin. It looks perfect for Halloween, and they had $49 on it, and I'm like, I can't do $49. I can't. But I love the shape and the colors on it. It reminded me of a pumpkin. And then I believe these were some McCoy vases over here, and then the blue one. It wasn't marked. I don't think I remember who made that one. The tag just said very deco, which I thought was, honest. They didn't know who it was, so I probably should have done a quick Google search. I did like it. And then next up on this particular shelf was this iridescent vase, and I'm like, wow, that's really pretty. But it was super thin, and that threw me off. So I'm like, is this more modern? I don't know. It would hold a heck of a cocktail in there, though, if you wanted to use it as a tumbler glass. And then they also had some beautiful pottery in this vase. Was a blue and white splatter. They said Czechoslovakian, and I believe that to be true. And then I saw this one down here I needed to check out, which was also Czechoslovakian, and I love the color of the swirls coming up. But it was like $24, and I'm not sure, which was a great price, don't get me wrong, but I'm not so sure I could have got much more out of that. So I hemmed and hawed about it, and then I decided against it. Beautiful Murano ashtray bowl. Look at that magenta, reddish purple coming up. And then over here, I found a Fenton dish in the blue. This is a really fun MCM booth. Boing. Kinetic art, you gotta boing it. Look at that sidebar table. It was so good. The chairs in here, the lamps in here, the artwork in here. It was just a very well staged booth. I believe that's a record case right there. And then over here, I found this Van Briggle conch shell, which I don't think I've ever seen this before. So I had to go check that out. I think they had it marked for $79, I believe. Real fun in that mulberry mauve color. And there's the tiger staring me down while I come over here to check out all of this Fenton Plum Opalescent. I know there was a ceramic Christmas tree, but look at all this Fenton Plum Opalescent. It is gorgeous. And yes, you see that right. Half off unless marked firm. None of these were marked firm, but unfortunately they were marked up. So even at half off, I really couldn't do much with it for resale, but still super fun to find. They had the candlestick holders, the double crimp bowl. I loved that one in the back. It was kind of like a flared, not a swung glass, but maybe a swung glass look to it. I really contemplating that one, but even at half off, it still would have been like $250. They had the syrup jar, which I always love to find, and then the banana bowl with fake bananas in it, well displayed. I wanted to check out this paperweight. They said it was signed, and of course when someone says something is signed and they don't know who it is, I have to make it my mission to find out who it is, because it could be somebody fantastic, and for $35 maybe I'm getting a steal of a deal because they don't know who it is. Unfortunately, I still don't know who it is because I couldn't read it either. Oh well. And then there was another blue one over here. Look at the birds up here. Nice birds. But then I had to come back to this bowl because they said it was Alexandrite glass, and it probably is just looking at it, but it was large. Maybe Viking, if I had to guess. Just a guess. I don't know if Viking did anything in Alexandrite glass. I'm going to have to look that up. But then this candle votive really caught my eye. They had $45 on it, and it was an artist I never heard of, and I meant to look it up. I did. I really did. But one of the employees was walking by and I needed his key, and then I totally forgot about it. All right, in here, this kudos to this vendor. Look at the description on these tags. These are high-end glass pieces, and they are giving you all the information they have about it, so that way they can get full asking price for it. And they had some Mount Washington glass, which was just stunning. Look at that vase with the butterflies and the double handle. It was gorgeous. And then some crystal up here, of course. Not as exciting as the other glass, but still fun to look at. Little bonus footage of the pups. I hope you enjoyed our trip to Grand Antique Mall. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, I will see you tomorrow on the next video. Look at Pretzel. He is not impressed. Bye, guys.